Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Talk Raptors. I'm your host Seth Desham, my channel where you get reviews, analysis, predictions, and hot takes on all things Raptors as well as some NBA. And today will be the day you get some NBA. I will be talking about the Ben Simmons saga, but just like I do in every other video, before I get into the main content, I will talk about something else. And today's something else will be a bit of advice coming from personal experience. I've always been one of those persons that, love sports and played a certain way and, played one sport like it meant everything to me, and that's been cricket. And I trained my body to do things on the cricket field that, like diving in the air, so it becomes kind of like muscle memory. And recently, I tried doing the same thing 2 weeks ago, fell on my arm, which I would have done the same thing around 2025 and just get up, back up, and keep playing. And I fell on my arm. I couldn't move my arm, all that shit. And today I kind of found out that it's fractured. Even though they can't cast it, anything, the bone didn't move from its spot because it's surrounded by muscle, but it's fractured. So it kind of made me reflect on, I'm older, so I need to know my limits. And I can't do the same shit I used to do when I was 20, 25. So my advice to everybody today that plays sports, that does any sort of activity, know your limits. Unless you're fucking LeBron James, that you're beating father time. Us normal people need to be able to take care of our bodies because we got a lot more riding on them in the sense of going to work, doing work around the house and all those things. So all the boys and girls out there, please stay within the limits of your body, know them, and try to now change your muscle memory not to do things that you could have done when you were 20 and 25 because it can come to bite you in your ass. Anyways, let's talk some NBA. So there's been this saga going around Ben Simmons wanting a trade out of Philadelphia because he's unhappy there. I'll get into why I consider this to be another you could say notch in the bullshit that surrounds the NBA belt. But let me tell the people about, the people that don't know who Ben Simmons is, a little bit about him. So Ben Simmons was drafted in 2016. He was drafted to Philadelphia Sixers, 76ers. He was supposed to be with Joel Embiid, the process and all that, take him to the championship, all that stuff. He was never a player that was, could shoot, but again, people made him out to be a superstar because he's built like LeBron. He can move like LeBron. He can pass like LeBron. All of those things. So he's always been, put on a pedestal, even though he really hasn't performed to that point. He has made 3 All-Star games, but again, he didn't. In my opinion, he did not deserve them. Honestly, maybe 1 year he did. He's won a Rookie of the Year, and he's made the All-Defense NBA teams twice in his years. But since he's been in this league, his game has not improved. His attitude has not improved. 76ers haven't won shit. Now, I think the last season he averaged 14 points, where he's declined almost since he was averaging 18 points from his rookie years. So that shows you. And he hasn't shot the ball. Okay, this kid does not shoot the ball. So he hasn't done well. And now he was given a contract for $146 million. And I don't know why the hell he was given that contract, but he was given that contract. And now what he's doing is, because the 76ers lost, Joel Embiid said that, Ben Simmons could have taken the last shot, and that kind of cost him the series. And Doc Rivers, the coach of the team, said that, he doesn't know where Ben Simmons kind of fits, or he can be the point guard going forward for this, the 76ers. And that kind of pissed off the little baby. And now he's asking for a trade. And in doing so, what he's doing is he is saying he is not going to come to training camp with the team. He is not going to come to the preseason games. And if the team does not trade him, he won't be playing in the season, and he doesn't give a shit if they pay him or not financially. So That is what he has done, and that is the saga that is going on surrounding him. Let me deal with first about Ben Simmons, and then I will tell you why this is a problem for the freaking NBA. Ben Simmons, just like Shaq said, just like Charles Barkley said, you ain't that good, brother. You aren't that good. You haven't learned to shoot the ball. You've been in this league for 5 years. The last game you played, you were underneath the net. Nobody was around you. You could have dunked the ball, and the 76ers would have likely won that game. And again, you haven't learned to shoot the fucking ball. So you think that you deserve something that the team should do for you, like trading you to Golden State, California, or LA, or any other the better weather cities. You're demanding these things. You ain't that good, bro. So you don't deserve this. You got to earn your stripes. You haven't done anything for the 76ers in that way. You guys only got to the semifinals and got your ass handed to you by us, the Raptors. And after that, again, same thing. After that, again, same thing. So the past 3 years, 4 years, you guys haven't done shit, and you haven't contributed in a way that you could take them over the top. Just like people say, oh, Ben Simmons is so good. Oh my God, he can be so great. It hasn't shown up, so you don't deserve to make that. You were a 5-year player. You just because the American media pumps your ass, you're dating, I think, Chloe Kendall Jenner or something. Yeah, it doesn't make you a great player. It doesn't make you earn your stripes, okay? So you asking for this trade, and the way that you're going about it is completely unprofessional. I do not accept the fact that anybody can come up to you and say, hey, I don't want to be here. Trade me. You're being paid money. You are a player. You need to show up for work. You get big money. And it's not like the 76ers are mistreating you. They had their opinions. You could have sat down like a professional, discussed it with them, and move forward from there, just like John Wall did. Look at John Wall. He's handling his buyout very professionally. He's still showing up for training camp, but he knows. He's spoken to the Houston Rockets and said that, I want to trade out of there because you guys are going younger and I don't fit here. So that's the way you handle things. You be a professional. All of these babies, all of these things like being babied by, your coaches in AAU and all of these things has made these young players completely prima donnas, and Ben Simmons is one of them. Be a professional, show up for training camp, and just let the 76ers know that you don't want to be there, but do your job, man. You get paid to do a job. Okay, you don't want the money for the job, but then why would these 76ers kind of even give you what you want in exchange by sending you to a team that you want to go to? You're not acting like a mature person, and that does not show confidence in other teams. No matter how naturally talented you might be, you haven't done shit. You haven't improved your game. You like, nobody knows if you train during the summer, and now you're handling this situation like a little baby. Grow up and be a man that you're supposed to be. You're 25 now. Like, if this was any other normal job and you walk up to your boss and be like, yo, I don't want to be here, so I'm not going to show up tomorrow. Again, you'll be fired out of your ass. Like, you'll be fired on the spot, and once the other employers do a reference check on your ass, you ain't getting a new job. So be practical. Be like just be professional, man. That's a fact in life. Unless you're professional, you ain't making it anywhere in this world. And you're just spoiled because you already earned millions of dollars, so now you think you have a right to drive a organization. You don't. And this is kind of why this is a problem with the NBA. I understand the NBA has a union, but these guaranteed contracts that players get make them feel invincible, in my opinion. And the NBA has a huge problem with this, and I'm sick of it. That players can just walk up to organizations and say, yo, I want out. And all of these star players, it's not like, like, they think they're all that. You don't see freaking Danny Green going to an organization like, yo, I want to be traded. They're like, okay, go ahead. But these stars players who are, franchises work around, build around, and do all the things around them that, marketing is done around them, come up to you, come up to the organization and be like, yo, I want out. It puts an organization in a very, very difficult situation, because then they have to reset, right? They have to figure out new marketing strategies. They have to figure out new ways of bringing fans in, because if you're trading a star player and you're not getting a star player in exchange, then you gotta, you gotta draft somebody who is exciting, all those things. So it sends this organization back. And it's unfair to the organization. I get people say, oh, organizations can trade a player anytime. But when have you seen an organization trade a player of, let's say, Anthony Davis's caliber, unless they're on their last year of contract? I know we traded DeMar DeRozan quite early. But again, DeMar DeRozan is not on the same level as Anthony Davis. And I know a lot of Raptor fans are going to shit on me for this. But again, be realistic. Anthony Davis is on a different level than DeMar. So organizations want to work with these athletes. Organizations want to build around superstars. I don't find Ben Simmons to be a superstar, but I'm just talking about generally. Anthony Davis decided to ask for a trade and acted like a baby wearing a shirt saying, random shit on it. James Harden decided to act like a baby, show off fat as hell to the games, and then kind of throw a couple of games when he did start last year. So the NBA has a big issue with this, and I think honestly, like I heard Rob Parker talking on the radio today, and I totally agree with this fact that the 76ers need to set a precedent. They need to set up a precedent by holding Ben Simmons' ass to the fire and not trading him. And honestly, if I was in that situation, even if I did trade his ass, he wouldn't be going to a team he wants to go to. He'll end up in Sacramento, California, but in a team worth going to. Anyways, or send his ass to like Minnesota. Completely opposite, right? Cold ass weather. Welcome. So the NBA needs to step in and tell these players, you need to, at least spend 2-3 years of your contract, or 4 years or 5, complete your contract before you can be traded. And organizations that trade players, I haven't seen many organizations in recent times trade players that, are stars, because everybody wants to hold on to their stars. And where organizations are kind of lacking is that they're taking like a, sweet approach with these guys, like Kawhi Leonard. Like, he's gotten away with so much shit, and still Steve Ballmer is kissing his ass. Like, this is where I like, I don't know, it's completely not in NBA, but this is why I like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick doesn't give a shit who you are. You could be the biggest star, but he will treat everybody equally. I'm not saying treat your stars equally, but hold them accountable for their shit. And if they don't do it, you don't have to follow their words, man. Don't pay them. Trade them to a team they don't want to go to and get something in exchange and reset. But these players are just running rampant. They're sitting out because they want to sit out. They're not showing up to practices on time because they feel like they're stars. And it's just completely unprofessional. It's not setting a good precedent, because it's all in the news every day. And the NBA should not be allowing this. Adam Silver needs to step in, create certain rules. And I know there's a union and all that shit you have to work out with. But again, the union is not fulfilling their role in controlling their players, because their players are running this league. And I don't see good teams being able to survive where superstar players that are drafted into them are deciding to walk out. And they're doing it in ways that is completely disrespectful, that is completely public, and is just dirty laundry for everybody to see. And this situation is shitty. And I stand by the fact that the 76ers need to set a precedent and tell Ben Simmons to kiss their ass, because they get to do what they want to do with him. He is an employee. He does have rights. They have not mistreated him. They have not disrespected him to the level that he can do the things that he's doing currently. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers did a very good job last year with Andre Drummond. They sat him down. They explained to him that they're not going to play him, but they will, buy him out or either trade him. And that was done very well by them. They did not mistreat him either. But a player coming in, be like, yo, I want to be traded. "Oh no, I'm not gonna show up. You know, fuck this." That is an attitude of completely and utterly spoiled assholes, and it needs to stop. So that is basically my take on the Ben Simmons saga, where I stand. I hope he gets traded to freaking Orlando or or some team that would be the bottom of the ladder, because that is what he deserved for being so unprofessional with this. And every player that's done that, NBA needs to fix this, and it is not a good image on anybody. Raptors don't have to worry about it because we got awesome people. So, guys, that's all I have for this video. Next video is going to be about the Raptors, like I always want to make sure that it happens. And I'm hoping, I can drop a few videos before the season starts and, recap the shitty season we have last year. Anyways, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm really close to 50 subscribers. I'm hoping I can get to that. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time.